Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it's only 5 minutes long, where our regular session with me does last for an hour. So, this is just enough to give you a tiny little taste of what Reiki might be like. And Reiki can help us with all kinds of good things. It helps us with physical healing, with emotional healing, with relationship healing, with financial healing, with manifestation, all kinds of good stuff. So for today, what I'm doing is I'm setting the Reiki intention for whatever will be for your highest and best good for each of you out there as individuals. If you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to adjust that intention for yourself. I just ask that you do keep the Reiki for you and that you're not trying to deflect it off to somebody else instead. So the Reiki needs to be for you. All right. So after we do Reiki, then we'll have 5 minutes of questions. And that's where you get to ask whatever's on your heart or whatever's on your mind. I open up a tarot deck and I use my psychic abilities to come up with the answers that you need for whatever that is. So let's start with the Reiki. All right. So we're starting Reiki at 15 after the hour. That means we will finish it up at 20 after the hour. Does anybody have questions about Reiki? If you do, this is the best time to ask those. Gabby, hello, hello. Angela Lukes, hello, hello. Glad to see you. You're using Reiki today for a safe and soon delivery. Ooh, I like the and soon in there. Safe being the most important, though. Janie D. Questions that you would like me to read on? Wait until we're done with the Reiki. If you have a question about Reiki, then this is a good time to ask that type of question. Thank you, Ms. Gabby. By the way, guys, I'm going to remember to say it early. Super chats are always appreciated and never required. Does anybody have any questions about the Reiki? Thank you for the thumbs up. Whoever did that, I do appreciate it. Also, those of you who are sharing this video with others who may find benefit from it, I appreciate that as well. The more people I get to help, the happier I am. The more ripple effect I have, the happier I am. It all works together. Naz Mom, hello, hello, my dear. I'm glad you are here. We still have 4 more minutes left on the Reiki. Does anybody have questions about Reiki? Now is the time to ask those questions if you do. Down to 3 more minutes, by the way. Okay, so that kind of question waits until after the Reiki is done, Janie. Questions about Reiki right now? That's okay, but you might have to retype it. You'll have to retype it later. Can a Reiki master send healing energy if they their self is not well? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Because the energy that a Reiki master or even a Reiki practitioner sends out is not our energy. It is the Reiki. The Reiki's energy that's coming out to the person. So we don't have to rely on ourselves to have energy. And also, because it's the Reiki energy, we're not sending our sickness along the line to the next person if we're not feeling well. What we're sending is very pure. Two more minutes of Reiki. That was a great question, by the way, Naz. Anybody else have questions about Reiki? This is a fantastic time to ask those questions. Angela. Peace for yourself. I like it. Peace is so important. Can't be overrated. And you know where world peace starts? It starts right here in our hearts. One heart at a time. One more minute of Reiki. Anybody else have questions about Reiki? La da 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 da. It is kind of amazing. Let me get on my glasses, get ready to really get serious about reading. Zainab. You got to wait till I finish the Reiki and then we answer those questions, my dear. But you are in the right place. You are in the right place. Right now, we're doing Reiki for just a little bit more. All right, guys, let's wrap up the Reiki. Super chats are never required, but always appreciated. Let me get my tarot deck ready. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. Even though if you asked a question earlier, I'm not going back, okay? So if you asked a question earlier, ask it again because I'm setting the timer now, and this is when those questions actually count, okay? So start throwing your questions up there now. When that timer goes off is when I'm done. Naz mom. Aw, you're quite welcome, Naz. My pleasure, sweetheart. While we're waiting, I may as well do, what are Usman's feelings towards Zainab? Yep, go ahead, Jose, throw it in there. Feelings towards Zainab for Usman. So I'm going to answer your questions, Zainab, but I'm going to tell you that feelings are incredibly transitory. This could be out of date 20 minutes from now, but okay. So the first card that comes up is my clearance card, but it's in reverse. This tells me that he probably can't stop thinking about you or her. I'm not sure if that's a male or a female name, but this person is having a hard time not thinking about you. There's somebody that they have a lot of wisdom and everything, and there's somebody that they would give the coat off their back for you. It looks to me like they feel like they got in too deep with you, though, and now they want to back out, regroup, think about things a little bit before they decide to jump back in again. Okay, who's next? Janie. Will Dean want a long-term relationship? Will Dean want a long-term relationship with Janie? So I'm going to tell you my definition of long-term, Janie, is 3.5 years or more. Just so you have a point of reference there. Will Dean want to have a long-term relationship with Janie? This is no, not now, but give it some time. I think you guys actually are going to split off and go your own ways. And then I think that Dean will actually come back into your life on down the road after that. And then I think he'll want a long-term relationship, but not now. And I'm not sure you'll be receptive to it when he comes back. You may have already moved on by then, because I think it's going to take him a time, quite an amount of time. Jose, how does my ex feel about me? Will we reconcile? She's a Capricorn, I'm a Leo. Okay, Jose. Will Jose, that's 2 questions, so I answer 1 question here for free time. So let's get to the bottom line, which is, will the 2 of you reconcile? I think that's the bottom line. Will Jose and his Capricorn Leo end up reconciling? Honey, I have to say, I don't see that happening. I think you guys are going to end up going your own separate ways. So you're quite welcome, Zena. I was feeling more like 9 months to a year before that person comes back, Janie. Before Dean comes back. Anybody else with a question? Our timer is still running. We still have 1:25. Will I see the man Chris again? Angela wants to know, will she see the man named Chris again, the one who is in her mind right now that she's thinking of? Will she see him again in this life? I don't think that you'll see him in any kind of significant way. Like, will you bump into him somewhere? Yes, but will you have any kind of relevant interaction or conversation? Not so much. But will you technically see him again? Then that would be a yes. I just don't think anything meaningful is going to come out of it. That's all. Naz mom. Aw. Thank you for that wonderful reference, my dear. Jose, do I believe manifesting and getting rid of your own bad energy can change this? Well, I'll tell you what, I think getting rid of your own bad energy can change a lot of things for the positive. I would have to do a reading to be able to answer that for you. Even if you just want to do a 1-question reading, to know a question like this, I would probably say, look at my website and schedule a 1-question reading and just ask, what is best advice for me to do if I want to reconcile with my ex? Something like that, something along those lines, and then I can look at that for you. But I will tell you, just from what I know as working energy, getting rid of your own bad energy can change a lot of things into something that you would rather have. So that's never a wrong answer. That's never the wrong thing to do, getting rid of bad energy. You always want to get rid of it as fast as you can anyway, because bad energy impacts way more than one aspect of our lives. Yes, Mom. You'll have to catch me on another free day, my dear. So Janie, early retirement this June, or should I wait? So that timer went off, which means I'm not answering any more questions here. I'm just basically keeping up with conversation now. But if you want to get a 1-question reading and find out if this June is the best time for you to take a retirement, we can certainly look at that. Those of you who would like to have more questions answered than just 1 or 2, I do have live readings available. And so with that, we can knock out more than 1 or 2 questions. And my 1 and 2 question readings are pre-recorded. So you send me the question and email and send me the payment. And then I sit down with cards and I make a recording of what comes up psychically and what comes up off of the cards whenever I look at that. If you do a live reading with me, then we are together on the phone or on Skype if you want video. And that way, if you have new questions that come up while I'm reading, like if some of the answers make you think of other questions you hadn't considered before, then I like that. I think it's really beneficial to actually be with me so we can sort of flow with where the questions are going. But either way, I'm happy to read for you guys. So yeah. Anyway, that's all on my website, which is in the description box below, if you're interested. Okay. All right, so guys, it's time for me to get out of here and see what I can get into next. Yay, yay. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for giving me thumbs ups and sharing this video with other people who will appreciate it as well, especially the Reiki. And thank you also to those of you who are buying private readings and private Reiki sessions. It is because of all of you guys' support that I'm able to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you very much. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful day. And if I don't see you here for a private reading between now and then I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.